I'm now 50. I turned 50 a couple of weeks ago. I'm going to take you this week to the Great British Kundalini Yoga Festival.
It is 4:30 and just going to get ready for sadhana.
Satnam! It is an age since I last vlogged, and I turned 50 a couple of weeks ago, and it's made me quite reflective about, well, what do I like, what do I want to do, where is my business going? And I realised that I love watching vlogs. There are a particular couple of channels that I absolutely love, and I thought I used to love doing that when I was vlogging. And then I've spent like the last year just building courses and creating my teacher training course, and now I thought I am going to get back to vlogging. I'm going to get back to sharing my life and connecting with my YouTube friends in a more natural way. So rather than me just teaching all the time, actually just like taking you along in my life a little bit. Because yeah, I'm now 50. I turned 50 a couple of weeks ago, had the most incredible birthday party. The theme was like Tiki, stroke Moana, stroke Hawaiian, stroke Enchanted Under the Sea. It was just so magical. There was so much colour. Everybody just went above and beyond. And even those who didn't really like dressing up, they just shoved on some flowers and a Hawaiian shirt, and it was just the most extraordinary party. I was so lucky I just felt overwhelmed and just, I don't know, I am lucky to have amazing people in my life. So where are we now? Well, I am training for the Great North Run. So I'm doing quite a bit of running, which I don't enjoy that much. But what I have done this time, so I've run it a couple of times before. I'm not a long distance runner. I was always a sprinter when I was younger. I'm not a long distance runner, but I've sort of found a bit of solace in running lately. And I enjoy doing a 5k here and there. And it's good for just giving you a bit of headspace. It's good for sort of just keeping weight. Since I've hit menopause, there is no low weight anymore. It's all there. But last year, Craig was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. And we knew something was wrong. I knew something was wrong. And then when we found out what it was almost like, it's a bit of a kick because you know there's no cure, but what you do know is that it doesn't kill you. It just makes life a little bit tricky. So we've been navigating that this last year and how life's going to be. Both of us have made space in our life for each other a little bit more. So I've stopped teaching at the theatre school that I set up. I handed that over to somebody else so that we had our weekends back. He has cut down a day at work, so he has longer weekends, and it's just made us really take stock of life. And it's important, and you know, take stock of your life, and it's important that you make time for each other and you make time for yourself. Really, really important that you're not just constantly putting out there. And so to raise money for Parkinson's UK, I'm running the Great North Run again. Now, I have been up and down with this training because I kind of hit a wall. I got to like 6k and couldn't move any further, and my legs were hurting, and it was just really hard. And so I sought out some advice from coaches and from PTs and people like that, and friends. And they said, you know, I need to be doing strength training. As a 50-year-old woman now, as a menopausal woman, and all women, as we get older, we must do strength training. And I was like, oh God, the thought of strength training, I'm not a gym bunny. I used to many years ago, but not now. Now my kind of workout is a Kundalini yoga practice and a lovely long yoga nidra. But I found a gym where the woman who runs it is a similar age to me, so she knew where I was, she knew what my mental state was like, she knew what my physical state was like, and she just came from that place of, this is where we're at. It's not about being this honed, toned, fit little body anymore. It's about longevity. And it's about looking after our bones so that we can be there for our children and our grandchildren, about giving us this strength so that we can live our life to the fullest and do the things we want to do. We have to do the strength training. And as soon as I kind of switched in my head, it was like, oh, this is what I need to do for my life to be great. It just changed. And some days I'll go in and probably do 10 minutes, but I don't care. I've done something, and that's what matters. So I'm not about going to the gym every day or running every day. I'm doing like a few runs a week and a couple of strength trains, and I make sure that I take lots of downtime, because otherwise I will just not want to do anything. So I am championing every little bit I do. And I'm also not expecting myself to be the runner that I was 5 years ago. I am the runner that I am now. I am the athlete that I am now. And she is slower. She is more methodical. She doesn't listen to music now. I actually take that time to be quiet and to listen to my body. And that's really lovely. Anyway, today is the hottest day ever. It's like 33 degrees, I think, out there. And I've got some jobs to do. I decided that to bring us back into this vlog, I'm going to take you this week to the Great British Kundalini Yoga Festival, because I'm there helping run the children's camp, and I thought, what better way to get back into your lives and for you to get back into mine than by coming and enjoying the festival with me. So I've got a little bit of packing to do. I want to load the car up. I go tomorrow, but I want to get packing and the car loaded today. So that's what I'm going to do, even though it is hotter than an oven out there. I've not even sat outside. I went for a run. Crazy. I went for a run early this morning, and it was tough. But yeah, I am staying out of that heat today, and I am enjoying a little bit of shade. Anyway, jobs to do. I'm taking all of these mats with me, so ignore the golf clubs. But in the purple suitcase, there's mats, 2 trolleys full of mats, and the little mats as well. So they're all coming with me. In Suffolk, and you can see how gorgeous this place is. The Guru is the Guru Granth Sahib, which is the holy text of the Sikh faith, and it's always housed in a Gurdwara, and I was so lucky to arrive early enough to see the Guru come in and be placed on its dais at the front of the Gurdwara with the most lovely little ceremony and song, and you can see that it's guarded by the swords and the swordsmen, and it's a really special and sacred time of the festival, so I'm so glad I managed to capture it.
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।
The authorities know if anybody isn't mad.
What was in those ice creams, did you?
So this is coming into the children's camp. We've got hopscotch down there, little bike stand, and welcome to kids camp. Into reception area and SAVAC organising. Right up here, so this is the toddler room, which is a play area. Sorry, excuse me. It was not at all, it's fine. There's some maintenance happening. So this is where there's a bit of a free play area for toddlers, but all ages can come into this space with different areas. We've got dress up area, we've got chill out area, building and creating, and then coming through is for the teens, well, 9+. So the 9+, the tweens room is what we're calling this. And so nice big craft space for them, big floor space, all their yoga mats ready and eye pillows ready. So this is for the older ones. And then this is the space for the 5 to 8s. Hi, Nika. He's doing some of the posters and signage. So we've got more movement space here, but the wind's blown the mats. Lovely craft space as well. So this is our space.
It is 4:30 and just going to get ready for sadhana. Okay. Sat Sitting. What? Hey, Guru. Rajasavariya. Oh, Patiya Mano Navasariya. Sadhana ke sangha pavajaratariya.
very small, that we get taught to behave in a certain way, or we get socialised in a certain way, or we get shown through our caregivers' actions that certain kinds of feelings and certain kinds of emotions are fine, and certain kinds of feelings and certain other kinds of emotions are not okay. Don't go there, don't go near them. So sometimes it can really be kind of a very, very subconscious. We can have no idea that we have all of these multiple bits of us.
I am midway through the festival. It's Friday now, so we are nearly 3-4 days in, and it's just been the most extraordinary few days. I'm kind of having that midway day where midway through a festival you kind of you're feeling tired, but you're still exhilarated because there's still a lot going on and you've still got a long way to go. And we get up every morning during the festival at 4:30. It starts at 5, so Sadhana starts at 5, and so I've been getting up at 4:30, showering and getting down to Sadhana. And this, oh my gosh, a squirrel! Is there a squirrel just running past me? Anyway, this morning I woke up. I'd already decided I wasn't going to go to Sadhana this morning, and I was going to have a little bit of a rest, and I was going to get up and just read my Japji on my own. I'm sorry the camera's really wobbly, I forgot to bring my tripod with me. And I was going to just get up and have a bit of a lazy, read my Japji, have a bit of a stretch under a tree or something, and then go and join the Gurdwara service at 7:30. And I woke up and I was like, I'm really quite awake. So I checked my phone and it was 7 o'clock. Slept in soundly until 7. I'm really noticing that my body's really struggling. So I'm not doing masses of yoga. Really, I'm not doing masses of yoga. There's been 2 sadhanas and a workshop. But just like the physicality of running a festival, you know, working with the children, because I'm in kids camp, so we're doing a lot of physical stuff. I'm running at least 2 or 3 yoga classes a day, and you know, and then of course you've got free play with them as well. So they wanted to climb trees, and it's really physical, and I've just really noticed that my body is just going, come on Joe, you need a rest. And I've done a gong bath every day, and because they're offering gong baths at lunchtime, and that's been amazing. They're very gentle gong baths, I've got to be honest. They're not like big, but even so, you know, they're bound to have an effect on me too. So yeah, the whole laying on the floor has suddenly become very uncomfortable, and my bed's quite hard. I haven't shown you the room yet, and that's because it's not a hotel, it's a boarding school. So the rooms are boarders, and they're quite soulless and quite, you know, I mean, I've made mine cozy and it's a lovely place to rest my head, but it's not very inspirational. So if I might show you, but it's not very exciting. So, but my bed is incredibly hard. It's like sleeping on the floor. It's really, really hard. So, yes, my body's really feeling it. The food is amazing. I'm getting lots of meditation, lots of chanting, and yeah, so I'm going to go for a facial later. Like I say, today has been my day of just kind of relaxing. I only had to teach 1 class. you can easily fill yourself up with workshops. You can easily be going from workshop to workshop to workshop to workshop. Not today, not for me today. I've just done a little bit about channeling, about meditation. I've just had a little bit of time in the Gurdwara, and now I've made myself scarce because I know the kids club is going into the Gurdwara this afternoon, and once the children see you, it's hard to get away. So so I've now took myself now under a tree, a most beautiful tree, and I'm going to read a bit of A Course in Miracles, do a bit of journaling, and just have a little bit of quiet time before this evening when we have the all camp meditation, when everyone comes out together, and that's almost like a little bit of a celebration as well, and quite noisy. Dinner time, and then a facial, and then I'll probably have an early night because I have to go to Sadhana now. One of the mums at camp, she's got a little boy, he's 4, and this morning she was at Sadhana and he woke up, and he wasn't at Sadhana with her, and he obviously was worried and looking for mummy, but she was saying that she can't really go to Sadhana because he's quite big to carry, and then to carry bedding and everything as well, to let him sleep in Sadhana, which is what most children do and what I used to do with mine. So I said I would take my duvet down for her, and so I've got to be there now. I've got to make the last, how many have we got? Only 2 more. Tomorrow's Saturday, it's Friday today, Saturday and Sunday. I've only got 2 more, so I will not miss one now. I've gone quiet because I'm aware that people are having quiet time out here, and I'm gabbing away to you guys. But anyway, it's the most extraordinary place, and yeah, I'm having the most blissful, wonderful time.
Earth and sky again, come on. Earth and sky, sea and stone, hold this land in sacredness.
Right, this morning, it's like my favourite morning. It's Saturday, and I'll show you what's behind me. So it's swimming day. So this morning, all of the camp have all gone swimming, and I, lucky enough, am on duty, but just here to man the camp. So it's absolutely silent. I'm the only one here, and there are children who have gone swimming, but they've opted to not come into camp this morning because their friends have gone swimming. So I would have been here with a couple of children, but actually it's just me alone, finding a little pocket of peace amongst the joy that is kids camp. Another empty room, a little bit carnage. We've obviously been playing with the mats in here and all their artwork and things. But yeah, another empty room. Just empty rooms and me enjoying some peace. Okay, so I know it's not a great view behind me, but this is kind of like the basis of the room. It's pretty sparse, pretty stark, but you know what? It's been my sanctuary this week. It's where I can come and go and close the door, and obviously I've got my own stuff around me, and I make it quite cosy at night and with the gentle lights, and the student who lives here has put up some LED lights, which is quite nice. But yeah, so it's the last day tomorrow. We finish at lunchtime tomorrow, so we're just coming into, like, this was the last full day, and
I had a really quiet morning in camp, which you saw, and then I had a really calming afternoon as well. And I had a gong bath under a tree, which was heaven. And then I had a hukum. So a hukum is the daily hukum, so that the Sikh book, the Guru Granth Sahib, every day it is opened at random and a passage is read from the book, and that's kind of like the guidance for the day or the lesson for the day. And you can also get personal ones. Now I spend a lot of time in the Gurdwara when I'm at this festival. Gurdwara to me is just so calming. It's such a beautiful place to be. It's always quiet, it's peaceful, or even when you go in and there's chanting, something in my soul sings when I'm there. It feels right. So I went and just hung out in the Gurdwara and was doing some journaling, and then at the side they had some little Guru Granth Sahibs that also had the English translation in. So I had a little hukum where you get the book and you maybe ask a question, ask for guidance, and you just let it fall open, and then you are drawn to a passage, and I read the passage. And basically, so last year I got a hukum, and it was very profound as to the year that I then stepped into. And this year, so I've spent a lot of time at this festival just kind of going, I need to explore my spirituality more. Instead of looking for things, instead of trying to grow things, actually just be with the spirituality that I have now and develop this. So more meditation, more, being with source and that kind of thing. And the message was quite simply just, say the name of the guru. So like Kundalini yoga, your Satnam, your truth is, being with the guru, Vaheguru, you can call it God, you can call it source, you can call it universal energy, whatever it is that creates us and that creates, this unknowing energy, basically, is Vaheguru, it is God, it is universal source. Be with that energy. So meditate, more meditation, more being with my Satnam, listening to, going within, listening to my heart space, and that's pretty much been my message for the entire festival. Like the workshops that I just happened to stumble into that I hadn't planned on going to have been about channeling, and yeah, that's clearly what has been my message for this festival, and I didn't know that, but it is. So that was my hukum, and then I had a little catch up with my teacher, who's here, so we had a good catch up and talked about possibly taking my children's yoga teacher training into a residential, and maybe running it alongside their level 1 trainings, because that's how I did my children's yoga training. It was running alongside a level 1 Kundalini in the same building. So even though the trainings would happen separately, children's yoga and level 1 Kundalini, but they were in the same place. So meal times were shared. We got to experience an Aquarian sadhana, which I'd never done before, and many of the students had never done. Also the level 1 students were like, oh, children's yoga, that's really something. So there's kind of this lovely cross-contamination thing. So we talked about that, so that's a possibility. And just, generally just caught up with each other. And I've had a shower. We're going to go for dinner because it's celebration dinner tonight because it's the last one. So I think we get chocolate cake. And then tonight is like a talent show, Sangat Stars. So I'll share a bit of that with you as well because it's always good fun. And then I've got a pack.
Welcome to your resilience. Welcome to your resilience. Welcome to your resilience. Welcome to. Good job! Thank you, Ryan.
Please wait.
ਮੈਨੂੰ ਗੋਰੇ ਰੰਗ ਨਾਲ ਕਰਦਾ ਸ਼ਰਾਬਾਂ ਸੋਹਣੇ ਜਿਹੇ ਰੰਗ ਦਾ ਸੋਹਣੇ ਜਿਹੇ ਰੰਗ ਦਾ ਜਾਣ ਜਾਣ ਕੇ ਗਲੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਲੰਘਦਾ ਖੜਾਕਾ ਸੁਣ
So, goodbye, soulless little room. You might have been soulless when I arrived, but I brought a little bit of sparkle to the room, a bit of magic, and you've been my cosy haven whilst I've been here. So, goodbye.